Hello everyone, this is Peter Deswood again. Just want to do a video about some of the questions, actually a lot of the questions I've been getting. Okay, so these will answer some of your questions. If not, feel free to text me, give me a call. I'll put my number on this video. It's 505-330-6853. Again, I do file taxes for people, so if you need help with taxes, you can also text that number and I can give you a quote for how much it costs to get taxes done. Okay, so the first set of questions are about accessing the Get My Payment app. So whenever you go to the website, there's a little thing to Get My Payment. So if you click on that, so the first question I'll answer is, when can I start checking my Get My Payment for the status of my payment? Okay, so if you filed your 2018 or 2019 tax return and it has been processed, you can check Get My Payment for the status of your economic impact payment. Okay, so sometimes if your information is not correct, it'll give you an error. It'll give you different messages. Okay, and I'll get into those a little bit later. So the next question I also have been getting is, if I file jointly with my spouse, does it matter whose information I use to get my payment? So which spouse can I use? Either spouse can use Get My Payment by providing their own information for the security questions used to verify their identity. Once verified, the same payment status will be shown for both spouses. Okay, so if it's asking for your adjusted gross income or your refund amount, put the amount that you are supposed to get for both of you. Okay, and the next question, I am not required to file a tax return. Can I still use Get My Payment to check my status payment? So this is going to depend on your specific circumstances. It may not be possible for you to access Get My Payment if you usually do not file a tax return. If your identity cannot be verified when answering the required security questions, you will not be able to use Get My Payment. So I kind of answered this one a bit already. I received a Form SSA 1099 or RRB 1099 and file a tax return. Can I use Get My Payment to check my status? Yes, you will be able to use Get My Payment to check the status of your payment after you verify your identity by answering the required security questions. Okay, so it says I received a Form SSA 1099 or RRB 1099 and do not file a tax return because I do not meet the minimum income requirements to file. Can I use Get My Payment to provide my bank information to receive my EIP, Economic Impact Payment, by direct deposit? You will not be able to use Get My Payment to provide your bank information because you do not file the tax return or for 2018 or 2019. Okay, the IRS will use the information from Form SSA 1099 or Form RRB 1099 to generate your payment. You will receive your payment as a direct deposit or by mail, just as you would normally receive your benefits. Okay, the next question is, I have an individual taxpayer identification number, ITIN. Can I use Get My Payment? You can access Get My Payment using an ITIN, but in most cases the law does not allow an economic impact payment, EIP, for individuals who file a return using an ITIN. The only exception is when two spouses file a joint tax return and either spouse is a member of the armed forces at any time during the taxable year, in which case only one spouse needs to have a valid SS, Social Security number. Okay, so the next two questions are about payment status. Okay, so the first question says, how long will it take for my payment status to change? Updates to your payment status are made no more than once per day. Okay. The next question says, does Get My Payment display different stages of my payment? So To answer that, Get My Payment will display one of the following payment statuses. Payment status, one of two statuses. A payment has been processed, a payment date is available, and payment is to be sent either by direct deposit or by mail. You are eligible, but a payment has not been processed and a payment date is not available. The second, number 2, need more information. If you are eligible for a payment, but we do not have your direct deposit information, you will be given the opportunity to provide your bank information once you have properly verified your identity. Direct deposit is the fastest way to get your economic impact payment. So I had a lot of questions about that, so make sure your information is correct before you go in. 3, payment status not available. So we cannot determine your eligibility for a payment at this time. For example, you didn't file either a 2018 or a 2019 tax return, or you recently filed and the return has not been fully processed. If a payment is not provided, updates to your payment status are made no more than once per day. Okay, so those are some 3 of the common error messages or display messages that you'll get. Okay, so the next one is, why am I getting payment status not available? Okay, so in certain cases, the Get My Payment app will be unable to tell you the status of your payment. You may receive this message for one of the following reasons. If you are not eligible for a payment, okay, so see irs.gov on who is eligible and who is not eligible. If you are required to file a tax return and have not filed a tax year 2018 or 19. Okay, so the next one is, if you recently filed your return or provided information through non-filers, enter your payment info on irs.gov. Your payment status will be updated when processing is completed. Okay, the fourth one, if you are a SSA or RRB, Form 1099 recipient, SSI or VA, Veterans Association benefit recipient, the IRS is working with your agency to issue your payment. Your information is not available in the app yet or the system. You can check the app again to see whether there has been an update to your information. Get My Payment data is updated once per day, so there's no need to check back more frequently. Okay, so these next set of questions are specifically about bank account information. I got so many questions about this yesterday. Okay, what does it mean when Get My Payment says need more information? Okay, you are eligible for an economic impact payment or stimulus check, but we do not have your direct deposit information to send your payment electronically. You should provide your bank information once you have properly verified your identity. Make sure the routing number, account number, and account type are correct. Okay, make sure you differentiate between checking or savings. Okay, you can find this information on one of your checks through your online banking applications or by contacting your financial institution directly. Direct deposit is the fastest way to get your economic impact payment. Okay, if you choose not to provide your bank information or prefer to receive your economic impact payment by mail, your payment will be sent to the address we have on file. Okay, and by the way, I'm taking this information directly from the IRS website. Okay, so I'm not interpreting this. This is directly what it says. My bank account information has changed since I filed. Can I update it using the tool? Okay, this one I kept getting as well. Okay. Yes, in some situations, Get My Payment cannot update direct deposit account information after an economic impact payment has been scheduled to deliver. Okay, so if it already says it's been delivered, you won't be able to change it. To help protect against potential fraud, the tool also does not allow people to change direct deposit bank account information already on file with the IRS. So if you have something already on file, unless you have done your 18 or 19, it's not going to change. However, people who do not use direct deposit on their tax or on their last tax return or received a refund, or when their direct deposit information was inaccurate and resulted in a refund check, will be able to provide that information and speed their payment with a deposit into their bank account. Okay, so the next question, Can I use my payments to check the direct deposit if I change my payment method to direct deposit? Okay, yes, you can use Get My Payment, which is the little link, or on the app to check the status of your direct deposit after you provide your bank information. Updates to your payment status are made no more than once per day. So I think it's pretty clear they're only making updates to information in Get My Payment once a day. So the next question is, where did the IRS get my bank information, and what if I need to change it? I got this question quite a bit yesterday. So your bank account information for your economic impact payment is usually captured from the most recent filed tax return. So if you received a refund by direct deposit for 2018 or 2019 tax years, or if you provide the bank information on our Get My Payment application, or if you had to use the non-filers, enter your payment here info tool. So if Get My Payment indicates your payment is pending or has been processed, you cannot change your bank account information. So if it's wrong, what they're saying is that you'll end up getting it by mail, whichever address you had, okay? So keep in mind, be careful with that. So I use direct deposit to split my refund between several accounts when I filed my tax return. Can I use Get My Payment to designate which account I want my payment deposited in? Okay, so if you elected to split your refund between several accounts, you cannot use Get My Payment to designate which account to have your payment deposited in. The IRS will deposit the payment to the first bank account that is listed on Form 8888, Allocation of Refund. If your direct deposit is rejected, your payment will be mailed to the address that they have on file for you. Okay. So the next question that I've been getting as well is, I no longer have the bank account that I used for direct deposit on my tax return. Can I change it using my direct payment? That little link, Get My Payment. If the bank account is closed, the bank will reject the deposit and you will be issued your payment to the address we have on file for you, okay? So if the Get My Payment application indicates your payment has been processed, you cannot change your bank information. Okay, this has been stated multiple times throughout this. Okay, if it's already been processed, remember you cannot change it. And I kept getting people asking to change it, and it wouldn't let them change it. Okay, because it was already being processed. So it says I made an electronic payment from my bank account to the IRS, which includes a direct debit installment agreement (DDIA). Will my payment be direct deposited to the same account? Can I use Get My Payment to provide my bank account information? So the account information used to make an electronic payment to the IRS cannot be used as the account information for the direct deposit of your payment. It says if we do not have bank information account for you and your payment has not been processed yet, Get My Payment will allow you to submit your bank account information once you have properly verified your identity so that you can get your economic impact payment through direct deposit. Otherwise, the check will be mailed to your address that they have on file for you. Okay, so where's my refund view your account allow me to provide my bank information? No. Okay, I kept getting this one. No. Get My Payment is the only option available to enter your bank information to receive your payment through direct deposit instead of by the mail if your payment has not been already scheduled. Okay. So the last question in this particular category is, if Get My Payment is unavailable, will Where's My Refund or View Your Account allow me to provide my bank information? No. Where's My Refund and View Your Account will not allow you to provide your bank information for purposes of your payment. Get My Payment is the only option available to enter your bank information to receive your payment through direct deposit instead of by mail if your payment has not been scheduled. If Get My Payment is not available at the time you access it, you will need to try again later. Okay? Okay, these next set of questions are about locked status unavailable. So what does it mean when Get My Payment says please try again later? It means your account is locked. Okay, you'll be able to access the application after 24 hours have passed. So don't try to get in there All right, and it says do not contact the IRS. Why can't I get my payment status? Okay, to use the Get My Payment, you must first verify your identity by answering the security questions. If the information you enter does not match our records multiple times, you will be logged out of Get My Payment for 24 hours for security reasons. If you are unable to verify your identity, you will not be able to use Get My Payment. No action is needed to contact the IRS. Okay. If you verified your identity and received payment status not available, this means we cannot determine your eligibility for a payment at this time. This may occur for a variety of reasons. For example, you did not file either a 2018 or 2019 tax return, or you recently filed and the return has not been fully processed. Okay, I got that question a lot, that error message yesterday. And okay, there's the reason why. Okay, the third question for this set is, well, where's my refund or view your account provide my payment status? No. Where's my refund or view your account will not provide the status of your payment. Get My Payment is the only option available to get your payment status. If it is not available at that time you access it, you will need to try again later. Okay. The next question is about error messages. Okay, it says, why am I receiving an error message when answering the security questions? So to ensure the information is entered correctly, please use the help tips provided when entering the information requested to verify your identity. If the information you enter does not match their records, you will receive an error message. So your information, what you put in and sent to the IRS on your previous tax return, 18 or 19, you got to match it correctly. Check the information requested to ensure you entered it accurately. You may want to check your most recent tax return or consider if there is a different way to enter your street address. If the information you enter does not match our records multiple times, you will be locked out of Get My Payment for 24 hours for security reasons. There is no need to contact the IRS. Okay, so this next two questions are about address changes. Okay, so my address is different from the last tax return I filed. Can I change it using Get My Payment? No, you cannot. Get My Payment will not allow you to change your address. To change your address, if you have not filed your 2019 tax, enter your new address on your return when you file. Okay, so in order to change your address, you have to file your most recent tax return, which is 2019. We update our records when your return is processed. File electronically to ensure your return will be processed more quickly. Second part of this one, if you have filed your 2019 tax return and did not receive a refund via direct deposit, your payment will be mailed to the address that they have on file. This is generally the address on your most recent return or as updated through the United States Postal Service. Okay, and the last question for address changes. I requested a direct deposit of my payment. Why are you mailing it to me? It is possible that they did not have the correct bank account information for you, or your financial institution rejected the direct deposit. In either case, your payment will be mailed to the address that the IRS has on file. So it says, we encourage Americans who do not file a return in 2018 or 2019 to use the non-filers enter payment info here. And this is one, I did a video about this. I think I did it on TurboTax. Okay, that was for non-filers to submit basic personal information to quickly and securely receive your economic impact payments. So those who did not file but did not include direct deposit information should use Get My Payment to provide their banking information to get their economic impact payment or stimulus check immediately. Okay, so it has a special note. Get My Payment will not allow you to change your bank information once your payment has been processed. No action is needed to contact the IRS, as phone assisters won't be able to change your bank information either because of security reasons. Okay, so another question I've been getting is about using TNR, which is a tax service, Native American tax, loan companies. Okay, so I got quite a few of those questions. I would suggest you try to contact whoever provided your taxes to see what information they had. I have also had people say that, well, they used TNR's bank information or they used TNR's address. I would contact them. I did see an article 2 days ago that TurboTax, I think it's whatever the card is, and I believe it was H&R Block, they were trying to get access or contact the IRS to see if they were able to give their clients refunds through those specific cards that they use or accounts. So again, I would check with your tax preparer, whether if it's TurboTax or H&R Block, whichever site you use, TNR, Jackson Hewitt, any of those places, I would check with them. And I know some of them are closed, but just check with them because they're the ones that have your information, okay? And again, this is Peter Deswood. I do this for educational purposes. I do run a tax business, and I've been doing taxes since 2003. I do have a degree in accounting. If you do need assistance with that, please text me 505-330-6853. Again, thank you, and I hope you did receive your economic impact payment or stimulus check. From what I read yesterday, that almost 10 million people had received checks via direct deposit. So if you weren't one of the 10 million, again, think about this. They said there's 150 million filers, and if only 10 million received an economic impact payment, that's 10 million out of 150 million, or 1/15. So only 1/15 of the eligible taxpayers received an economic impact payment. So you're not left in the dark. So just be patient and allow the process of the system to take place. One of the things that I've been reading is if you rush it and try to get all your information in quickly, that's where a lot of times people make mistakes. So make sure you go with your tax preparer. Another thing is, please watch out for scams. The IRS will not call you. Okay, they will not call you. If someone's offering to get you your economic impact payment quicker by signing here, don't do it, okay? There are scams. And also, please go to the irs.gov website /coronavirus to get these updates, okay? I get these updates on Twitter and by Facebook and by email, and this is all the information that I share out with you. And I know I've been posting a lot of videos, but the thing is, they're constantly working on the stimulus bill to get people money, okay? Thank you, and have a good day.